So you want to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Well, who doesn't, right? And so in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that with the beauty of bodyweight training and calisthenics. So let's dive right into it, shall we? What is going on, my friends? This is Jake of www.jgcalisthenics.co.uk, and if you're new to weight training calisthenics and this is your first time here on this channel, then I would definitely consider subscribing to the channel now and turn on post notifications, because the videos I make on this channel are specifically for people like you, my friend, to help you reach your goals faster. And if you've been here for a while and you're here once again as a loyal crew member aboard the Gains Trade Express, then welcome back once again. I appreciate you as always. Right, so when it comes to building muscle and losing fat simultaneously, this is also known as body recomposition, because of course we lose a bit of fat and build a bit of muscle at the same time. But obviously there's a big debate of, is this actually possible as a natural athlete, right? And of course it is certainly possible. As you may have seen from my body transformation journey, I was able to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. But of course there's a catch to it, right? Because it will only really work for a select number of people. One is, of course, if you're a complete beginner, let's say you're in your first 1 to 2 years maximum of consistent training, right? Person number two would be someone who is detrained, so hasn't worked out in a while and is kind of getting back into strength training. This is me when I actually first discovered calisthenics after recovering from a groin injury from football. Person number three, someone who is at a higher body fat percentage, let's say above 20%, or an intermediate who is more experienced, where it is slightly possible, but of course the process is much slower, right? So tip number one to build muscle and lose fat simultaneously with calisthenics is to be in a slight calorie deficit, right? When I mean slight calorie deficit, I'm talking maybe 250 calories a day. So your goal is primarily to decrease body fat rather than just lose weight. Do you see what I mean? Because in this way, you'll actually be obviously eating less to the point where you can actually lose body fat, but you're also eating enough to actually support the strength and muscle gains you'll be making in your bodyweight and calisthenics workouts, right? And if you look at myself, when I came back from my football injury in sport, and I had actually just started purely calisthenics for the first time, I was probably around this area. Again, I was eating just below maintenance calories. So as you could see, in the 5 to 6 months of when I purely started my bodyweight only journey, I was able to lose a bit of fat and build a bit of muscle in the process, right? And if you haven't checked out that video, I do have it right up here for you to check out if that's something you're interested in. Tip number two is to actually increase your protein intake. If chances are, if you are, wanting to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, you may not be eating enough protein as you may think. Do you know what I mean? Because ultimately what actually causes muscle growth is being in a positive nitrogen balance. And one of those components is eating a sufficient amount of calories, not calories, sorry, that is one, but protein, right? And so as a good rule of thumb, that's 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for me, as I'm just over 150 pounds right now, but I'm going to say 150 pounds to keep the math simple. So 150 pounds for me, that's pretty easy. 120 to 150 grams of protein per day, right? But if you're someone who, let's say, is more on the side of the high body fat percentages and you're focusing more on losing weight, then obviously if you're someone who's, let's say, 200 pounds, then you may think, well, 200 grams of protein is quite a lot. So in that area, right, you may want to consider of actually taking into consideration your body fat percentage and then having 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass, right? Do you see what I mean? Rather than your body weight as a whole. Tip three, get stronger. Muscle is a byproduct of strength. If you're getting stronger in your bodyweight workouts each and every week on a consistent basis, if you're placing more and more stress and a greater stimulus on your muscles fibers, when they get torn down after workouts, they're going to regrow and repair stronger during recovery to actually withstand the greater load and intensity that's placed on them, right? So each workout you want to focus on increasing reps, or adding weight to some of your exercises, or when it comes to bodyweight training calisthenics, it's all about decreasing leverage and moving on to the next bodyweight progression to make the exercise harder, right? In terms of weightlifting, this is like the equivalent of adding weight, right? But we're just manipulating our body weight through space to make, the exercise more challenging for our muscles to grow bigger and stronger, right? So if you look at one of my clients, Tim, who we've been working together for about 9 months as of the date of this recording. When he first started out this year, he was doing incline push-ups, right? Whereas now, as he's got stronger, he's doing deep elevated pike push-ups. When Tim first started out with his calisthenics bodyweight workouts, he was doing assisted chin-ups, whereas now he's actually progressing towards the one-arm chin-up by doing mixed grip chin-ups. When we first started working together, he was doing unilateral side-to-side squats as a way to progress to the one-leg squat, whereas now he's able to do not just one-leg squats, but also doing it with added weight. weight, right? These are all examples of progressive overload. And so as you can see from Tim's transformation, obviously the way he's got stronger consistently over time, the muscle has come inevitably as a very nice byproduct, right? Because ultimately your body is only going to change if you actually give it a reason to, right? If you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different outcome, despite not seeing many results in return in the first place, that is the definition of insanity, as Albert Einstein would say, right? Are you still with me, my friend? I know this is a lot of information to take in, but I hope you'll really understand this concept, because again, once you can really sculpt your body in a way in which you can be proud of what you see, it's not just a body transformation, right? It's a life long-term transformation, right? Every other area of your life, when it comes to just simply having more energy and productivity at work, to being able to give more love to your family, relationships, to just naturally feeling more confident than ever in your own skin. It all starts by simply just having the right strategy, mindset, and accountability in place, right? And so I said, if you enjoyed this video, you like my content, you enjoyed watching every single minute, every single segment of this video, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. What I would love to know is what you found most helpful in this video and what you gained most out of it. So what you're ultimately going to apply into your own, fitness journey as a whole, right? I'd love to know and interact with you on that note. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, my friend. And as a crew member of the Calorie Express, keep moving forward.